The morning Kunle Adeyemi's family arrived in Enugu. The air felt heavier than usual, not because of the harmattan dust, not because of the heat, but because two bloodlines were about to sit across from each other and pretend history did not exist. Outside, Kunle's convoy rolled into her father's compound, black SUVs gliding in like quiet declarations of confidence. His mother stepped out first, regal in asog. His father followed, agbada flowing like inherited authority. Behind them came aunties, uncles, cousins, each carrying something symbolic. The greetings began politely, measured smiles, carefully chosen proverbs. In our land, Cynthia's uncle said calmly, we break kola with intention. Kunle's eldest aunt replied just as smoothly. In ours, we do not delay what is honorable. It sounded respectful. It felt competitive. Kunle caught Cynthia's eye across the courtyard. They both knew this was no longer just about love. Then Cynthia's father cleared his throat. Before we speak of marriage, he said, voice steady, we must speak of memory. The room shifted. He spoke of a failed partnership 20 years ago, an Okafor construction deal that collapsed after an Adeyemi associate pulled out at the last minute. Investors fled. Reputation shattered. Loans called in. Humiliation followed. Kunle's stomach tightened. He had never heard this story. His father did not deny it. He simply said, that was long ago. Cynthia's father replied, wounds do not measure time the way calendars do. Silence filled the compound like smoke. The bride price list was not discussed that day, but everyone knew it was coming, and it would not be light. The next morning, the list arrived. It was long. 10 goats, gold jewelry, premium fabrics, cash gifts for extended relatives, ceremonial drinks, symbolic livestock, and an appreciation token for each maternal uncle. Kunle stared at it in disbelief. This is not bride price, he muttered later that evening in Lagos. This is punishment. But the truth surfaced that night. Kunle called his uncle, the man at the center of the decades-old dispute. Did you sabotage their contract? Kunle asked. A pause. Then came the reply. Business is not church, my boy. Someone must lose. Meanwhile, in Enugu, Cynthia confronted her father. Are you protecting me? She asked carefully. Or protecting your ego? Her father did not yell. That made it worse. You do not understand what humiliation feels like, he said quietly. I built my name with nothing. That family nearly erased it. But Kunle did not, she whispered. Her father's jaw tightened. His blood carries it. Love, Cynthia realized in that moment, does not erase history. It challenges it. 2 days later, Kunle returned to Enugu unannounced. The compound gathered again. This time, there were fewer pleasantries. Kunle stood in the center of the courtyard, shoulders squared. If restitution is required, he began carefully, let us call it restitution. Murmurs rippled through the elders, but do not disguise old wounds as bride price. You could hear the wind move. Cynthia's father studied him in silence. You speak boldly, the older man said. I speak because I love your daughter more than pride, Kunle replied. That sentence changed everything. That evening, the two patriarchs requested privacy. No wives, no uncles, no audience. Just two men and unfinished business. For hours they spoke, about betrayal, about shame, about the kind of silence men keep when they feel dishonored. Kunle's father admitted something he had never said aloud. He wronged you, and I was too proud to confront him. It was not a dramatic apology, it was a heavy one. Cynthia's father exhaled slowly. I carried that anger for 20 years, he said. Perhaps I grew too comfortable with it. That was the moment the negotiation changed. The final meeting was smaller. The revised list was half its original size. The goats became symbolic, the cash modest. When Cynthia entered in her traditional attire, her eyes scanned the room carefully. There was no tension this time, only expectation. The palm wine ritual began. She knelt before Kunle in accordance with her custom, offering him the cup. Gasps echoed softly as Kunle reached down and lifted her before she completed the kneel. We kneel together, he said quietly. Kunle's family began a Yoruba praise chant for Cynthia, welcoming her fully. Her uncles responded with approving nods. The drums followed, Igbo rhythm blending with Yoruba bata, not competing, harmonizing. Finally, Cynthia's father stood. He placed her hand in Kunle's. His voice was steady, but softer than before. Today, he said, we are not paying for a bride. Kunle met his eyes. What are we paying for, sir? Peace. The celebration that followed was loud. Real laughter, unforced smiles. Children danced without understanding the history they had just escaped. And as the sun dipped behind the hills of Enugu, Cynthia leaned close to her husband. "We did it," she whispered. Wintle shook his head gently. "No," he said. "We healed it. Because sometimes bride price is not about money. Sometimes it is about dignity, about reconciliation, about men learning to lower their pride so their children can rise in love. And sometimes the most valuable thing exchanged at a negotiation is not gold, it is peace."